So in the video I put out earlier today, I talked about Rockstar's conference call from yesterday and how they said that even though we're 5 years into GTA Online's lifespan, they're still going to be doing major DLCs because the game is continually growing. And they don't want that to stop. They want to keep making more money. They want to keep making more DLCs to get people to spend money, and they want more people to play their game. Well, in this video, I want to talk about specifically one of those potential DLCs. Now, I didn't think anything of this when I first saw it, because this information has, I think, been out there for a couple of weeks now. But now, after that conference call and after what Take-Two and Rockstar have said, this could potentially give us our next hint or our next clue at what a future DLC will be. Now, pretty much with every DLC, Rockstar like to leave certain things in the game files that either they're not using or that they cut, or that are for future DLCs. They've done this with multiple adversary modes in the past, so this isn't like it's something new. Well, with the Doomsday DLC, there was some really interesting things left in the game files regarding the IAA. And I'll go ahead and run down the cut content. This is actually it spawned in game, but it's the clothing. So you can see on your female character, you have your shirt and you have your IAA badge, and you also have a gun holster. But there's also other combinations. You have the beige shirt, you have just the all black shirt, you even have a red shirt, and then they also have it for your male character, which is basically the same thing. Your same shirt with the same badge. The only thing here, you'll notice the gun belt sort of clips with the arm, and maybe that's why they actually haven't released some sort of gun belt for GTA Online. But all of these things were found in the game files. Now, some of the speculation was that there was another setup mission in one of the heists where we infiltrated the IAA some way, and that's why we have this stuff on. But maybe they cut that, and they're going to incorporate that into a future DLC. And that's not all we have that was cut. So going back to this holster, the gun, some other stuff in the game files, we had this, which is that holstered gun. And then we also have it from a different angle. But the gun itself is actually new. This isn't a gun in the game. This resembles a Glock, which we don't actually have. But the interesting part, if you go back kind of far and you look at some of the promotional art for GTA 5, the single player, you'll notice Franklin, if I go ahead and zoom in here, he is actually holding what looks to be that same gun. And here are some other pictures you can see right here. He's holding it right here in his arm, his right arm, he's holding it. And then this one in the picture just by himself, he's holding it as well. But that gun never actually came into Grand Theft Auto 5. It just was not implemented into the game. But when you think of a Glock, at least when I think of a Glock, I sort of think of police or cops, because that's usually the people that use that sort of gun. And this is where I'm going to get into some speculation, so if you don't care for speculation, then you may want to skip over this part of the video. But the one DLC everyone's been asking for, in addition to some of the other ones, is a police DLC. And maybe Rockstar are like, you know what, since the game is still doing amazing, since people are still playing it, since people are still buying shark cards, why don't we give them what they want? Let's give them a police DLC that might involve the IAA. Maybe that's how they tie it in, because we actually have dealt with the IAA, so maybe through that somehow we get inducted into the police academy. Look, that's for Rockstar to decide on how they want it to actually happen. But just from playing GTA Online and seeing what happens behind the scene with all the cut content over the last 4.5 years, they like to reuse stuff, and they don't like to leave stuff cut. I mean, the Hunter was cut, but they brought it back. Like, you can go down the list on the amount of things cut from the early days of GTA, but they brought back in GTA Online. So I'm thinking this could potentially be one of them. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Would you be interested in some sort of law enforcement DLC involving the IAA? And maybe it just worked the same way as a police DLC? Maybe, I don't know, there's some police tie-in too, where you could either be an IAA member or a police member. Look, I just want there to be something like that because it's different, and I love sort of every once in a while role-playing as the good guy. You know, GTA Online, we're the freaking baddest of bad, apparently, yet we save the world. But we do all these criminal activities, all these we have all these criminal businesses. Well, maybe if they want to switch it up in 2018, if they don't want to have sort of the same content, a police DLC is the perfect one to break all that up and to give us something new, something fresh. But like I said, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. What do you think about all the cut content? Do you think they're actually going to come back and bring it in the game, or do you think it's just going to be cut for good? Like I said, I didn't think anything of it. I thought it could just be cut content and they'll just leave it at that. But when they came out yesterday and said that they're going to be doing many more updates basically in the future, this is one I want. This is one a lot of people want, and some stuff's already in the game, so it kind of makes sense to me. But thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more awesome GTA content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.